Okay, guys, so I went to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum in Vegas a few days ago. Had the RIP, which is the VIP pass, to go into a few rooms that the normal admission can't go into. It was super creepy and super cool. So before we get to these haunted doll stories, I'm going to tell you about my personal experience with a few of those dolls that I saw in person. It was so crazy. So if you do go, which by the way, I think you have to be 16 at least to go in with an adult, and then 18 and up by yourself. I think, double check. But definitely get the VIP pass if you go, because you won't get the full experience if you don't. But this museum is definitely not for the faint of heart. Like, you have to be mentally strong to, you know, kind of fight off the demons and spirits that kind of linger there. I'm serious, I felt some stuff. Like, I had to picture and visualize a protective, like, glow around me and my soul. Whatever you want to believe, I think it definitely helped. And some of the rooms, I felt like something was kind of pushing at that barrier and I had to fight it off. But they had a few dolls in there that had some really crazy stories. The very first room is a closet full of haunted dolls and puppets that I physically could not will myself to walk into. I looked in, but I couldn't even peek my head in. Like, I could not pass the doorway because the things I felt, I knew it would not be a good idea to go in there. It was like pure evil energy that I did not feel like I was strong enough to be in the middle of. And there was this other room with this doll named Peggy. When you walk in, you have to say, "Hi, Peggy." And when you leave, you have to say, "Bye, Peggy," to like break off the communication. But when you go in, that demon or whatever, it's really chatty. They have a live spirit box to where you can hear it talk back to you if you want. And one of my friends that went with me, she said super quietly, "Hi, Peggy, I like your dress." And Peggy said thanks right back to her. You can talk to her. It's really cool, but also very unsettling. And I was like, "Hi, Peggy, how are you? Thank you for letting me, you know, talk to you," and all that. I was trying to be super respectful. You know, I'm not trying to get possessed anytime soon. And the other doll that really made an impression on me was, why am I still holding this? I forgot the name of it, honestly, but the story behind this doll was it belonged to this little girl, and her father decided one day that he didn't want to be a father anymore, and he planned to kill his entire family with a shotgun. And the older son saw what was about to happen and he fought his dad, and in self-defense he shot his father, and the dad ended up dying. Karma, yeah, love that. But the little girl, she obviously didn't understand what just happened. She has no idea what her father was planning. So she's very upset, obviously, and she goes and holds her father as he's bleeding out, and she's holding the doll. So you can see the actual blood stains on the doll's dress. That's still on there. It's very creepy, and it probably has some kind of disease on it. But yeah, besides that, I saw the famous Dybbuk box that Post Malone not touched, but he was in the same room when Zach Bagans like touched it, and then he almost died afterwards in a plane crash and someone robbed his house. All kinds of fun stuff. That was really creepy. And I went to a basement that had lots of satanic rituals done in it, and it has a live spirit box in there too, to where a demon could talk to you if it wanted to, but I didn't hear anything. But it's so creepy, and it's so real to where it's a walkthrough room to where you physically cannot stop walking. You have to keep moving, because the longer you're down there, the more exposed you are to whatever evil forces are down there. People have like passed out. They've seen lots of stuff in that museum. But anyways, getting to the main thing of this video, haunted doll stories. Let's go. And if you take anything from this video, it's that you should never buy a creepy doll, or just dolls in general, because you never know. But let's go. Robert, the doll who's always watching. I hate the name Robert, I'm sorry. I don't have a good experience with Roberts. First on our list of petrifying playthings is Robert, who originally belonged to author and painter Robert Eugene Otto. The doll was allegedly known to giggle like a little schoolgirl, run from room to room like a track star, cause household accidents. That is very vague. Can you please give details? And walk past upstairs windows while the family was away. You literally just see this doll walk past a window. You're just on the street delivering the mail, and it's like, That is not okay. Bye. Robert was left in Otto's attic until 1974, where he passed around from owner to owner before eventually being donated to Florida's Fort East Martello Museum in 1994, where he still resides today. Putting that on my list of places to go. Staff members claim that the doll causes strange activity anytime it's being rotated through the museum. Its head is also said to be seen turning to follow museum goers as they pass by. When I was in the museum, you know, the one I just talked about, there was this like mannequin in the room. It wasn't haunted or anything. It was just there to be creepy. And it had a mechanic head to where it turned. And I didn't know that at first. So when I first saw it move, I was like, demon! And then I saw it kept turning. So I was like, oh, that's a machine. Mandy, the doll with the sinister smile. Love that. At least she's happy and positive. Mandy has been scaring the absolute crap out of staff members and volunteers at British Columbia's Quesnel and District Museum since 1991. Then why is she still there? Shortly after she was donated, strange events started happening, like the sounds of disembodied footsteps and vanishing office supplies. To name a few. Several museum guests are made uneasy by her, regularly commenting on her sinister smile and lifelike eyes. We, however, would prefer to comment on said attributes from the safety of our office. Like, we not going anywhere near this girl. Luckily, I never had any creepy lifelike dolls in my childhood. I had stuffed animals because they're cute, but I never had like human-looking dolls. Akiku, the doll whose hair grows. I know I probably said that wrong. Don't come after me. I'm trying. In 1918, 17-year-old Akichi Suzuki bought a doll for her sister, Akiku. She quickly became attached to it, even christening it with her first name. But sadly, she died a year later from an intense fever. Aw. The family built a memorial altar in her honor, placing Akiku, the doll, at the center of it. Shortly afterwards, the Suzukis noticed that Akiku's hair was growing. Wait, what? Does her hair grow faster than mine? That's not fair. Believing that the spirit of their daughter had latched onto the toy, the family donated her to Japan's Manninji Temple, where she is still on display. Her hair continues to grow and is currently 10 inches long. Wait, it's actually still growing? I need to see this thing. Harold, the cursed doll. Why do these all have like plain Jane human names? That's weird. Give it a scary name so people remember it's actually haunted. Harold pretty much tops the list of things that make us say, oh heck no, we not doing that today, sis. The doll was listed on eBay in 2003. Of course someone bought it, where the seller alleged that his presence in their home caused the death of their cat, the end of their relationship, chronic migraines, and the seller even heard the disembodied voices of children playing in their basement. Harold was passed around from owner to owner for the next several years. He's been rumored to have caused various deaths and illnesses. His last owner was Anthony Kinada, who claims to have exorcised the doll and has sworn to never speak of Harold again. We don't blame you, Anthony. Dude, get rid of it. Bury it in the ground with some holy water, some sage, and just say bye-bye. Annabelle, the doll that moves on its own and does a lot more than that. That is an understatement. So this is what Annabelle actually looks like. The famous one from the movies? That's a fake doll. That's not the actual doll. They did that just to make it look even creepier. But this is what it actually looks like. It's a Raggedy Ann doll in the Warrens museum. I don't know where it is now. I think it's moving. The story of Annabelle involves a young nursing student, Donna, who received the Raggedy Ann as a birthday present from her mother. That's weird to give a doll to your grown adult daughter, just saying. I think her mom knew. Donna and her roommate Angie soon became convinced that the doll was alive following weeks of increasingly bizarre incidents, including repeatedly coming home to find that the doll had changed positions or moved to a different room. Following an incident in which their friend was attacked by an unseen force, the girls reached out to famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's so sad that they died. I'm really upset about it. Who brought Annabelle to their occult museum where she still resides today. Most recently, horror master James Wan has turned Annabelle's story into a series of films. Yeah, that's not new. It's been around for a while. I think with their museum, they have a priest come in like twice a month and, with holy water, bless the room for protection. But even then, you can't touch the case that Annabelle's in. The hands resist him. The painting that comes to life. That is disturbing. That kid has a bigger forehead than me, I'm just saying. Bill Stoneham's insanely unsettling 1972 painting was listed on eBay in February of 2000. The sellers claimed that the doll in the picture would regularly come to life and force the boy out of the painting, and that the two would walk freely through their house at night. I didn't know that! I've heard of this painting. I didn't know they actually came out of it. The listing drew over 30,000 viewers, many of whom reported feeling uneasy or ill at just the sight of it. Stoneham has since painted 3 sequels to the work featuring the same characters, which are floating around the internet for your viewing. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not gonna go looking for those. I can go the rest of my life without dealing with that. Isla de la Muñeca. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Island of the Dolls, the land of trapped souls. Is this literally an island with nothing but creepy dolls? Heck no. Just south of Mexico City rests the straight out of a horror movie, I can't say it. The land's original caretaker, Don Julian Santana Barrera, allegedly found the body of a drowned girl and one of her dolls floating near the island. He hung the doll on a tree in a sign of respect. That is odd. But after being haunted by her spirit, began hanging more and more dolls around the island in an effort to appease her restless ghost. Oh, he's like giving her presents to play with as a, demon child. Cool. After 50 years of obsessively collecting his dolls, Barrera died of drowning in 2001. Apparently in the exact same spot as where he found the girl. This guy sounds like he had an unhealthy obsession with this. So, kind of sounds like he did it on purpose. The mannequin that might be a corpse. That doesn't really look too human-like to me, but let's see. This little lady is a storefront attraction of the La Popular bridal shop in Chihuahua, Mexico, where she stood for over 80 years. Give her a chair, dang, let her sit for a minute. Locals were initially unnerved by her lifelike appearance and the striking resemblance she bore to the owner's late daughter. Rumors quickly spread that the mannequin was actually the young woman's embalmed corpse. That would be creepy, to say the least. Today, La Pascualita attracts fascinated tourists, hoping to catch a glimpse of her varicose veins, magnetic eyes, and eerily realistic hands, which are covered in fine lines, thin hairs, and fingernails. Nope, no thanks. Putting your dead daughter on display? No, that's weird. I get it, you miss her, but bury her. Jeez, do something. So yeah, that was creepy. Lesson of today, do not buy any dolls, ever. Just avoid them at all costs. And you can save yourself a lot of trouble. There are plenty of other toys you can try. But that's it, hope you liked it. Comment below if you want some more creepy stuff. Click the screen to watch another video and subscribe, and I'll see you later.